What is going on, true believers? Welcome to another episode of Y'all Ain't Gonna Believe This Shit. So, if you like this type of content, make sure you hit the like button on the way in. We got a whole bunch to talk about. The market was up for a little while, but U.S. market is on the clock right now. Are we allowed to say on the clock? Clock. U.S. market's doing what U.S. market be doing, dog. I guess that's all we can say. So a little bit, we were up about $20 billion for a little while. It was feeling pretty good as the day progressed. But of course, as we got closer to the U.S. market opening, then we knew that they were going to, suck the liquidity out of it. Oh, man. Prince, you motherfucker, man. All right, we're going to talk about Saitama on Sol today. We're going to talk about what's going on with the Ethereum ETFs. We're going to talk about Kamala Harris, Donald Trump, RFK Jr. are all going to oil themselves up and wrestle pigs at Bitcoin 2024. So if you don't have tickets for that, you are absolutely going to miss this. When I say wrestling pigs, by the way, I don't mean their spouses. So let's get into it. There's a whole lot going on. Also, it is being said seriously, by the way, and it is rampant speculation at this point, but that what we might be watching at the Bitcoin conference is a pseudo Bitcoin cryptocurrency debate between Donald Trump, Kamala Harris, and is it Kamala or is it Kamala, like the Ugandan headhunter? I mean, what's the difference, right? And then RFK Jr. and he will be seconded by his worm, as you saw from the from the thumbnail today, and that this roundtable discussion will be led by none other than Kimball Musk's brother, Elon, not DeGeneres, Elon Musk. This is not financial advice. I'm just kidding. You know it's Elon. We know it's Elon. Everybody knows it's Elon. Quit being a bitch. Let's go.
I can read a chart like a Superman, and I got a show that has a lot of fans. I'm streaming every day and almost every night. I bought some Bitcoin because I see the light. You might wonder who I am, but don't forget that I'm the man. They call me Please. I'll do any chart you want me to. They call me Please. I'll break a crypto wallet down for you, for you. Built a crypto channel streaming live at night, and I'm the only YouTube streamer's always right. Every morning I go live and say to all you guys, don't fall for all these motherfuckers and their lies. You might wonder who I am, but don't forget that I'm the man. They call me Please. I'll do any chart you want me to. They call me Please. I'll break a crypto wallet down for you, for you. I don't know what to do, because my memberships are missing you. They call me Please. I'll do any chart you want me to. They call me Please. I'll break a crypto wallet down for you, for you. They call me Please. I'll do any chart you want me to. They call me Please. I'll break a crypto wallet down for you, for you.
All right. If that song makes my channel gay, then MAGA. There you go, man. I'm totally gay now. So if you haven't already, make sure you hit the like button. And by the way, it doesn't stay that way. Sometimes we do Believes 182. Sometimes we do a rap song. Sometimes we do a little bit of everything. So I wonder if this is Prince, by the way. Ooh, You know what I'm saying? Is it Prince the type of guy that will suck the skin off a hot dog right in front of his husband? You know what I mean? He's a little bit weird. So anyway, good morning to everybody. Put in your crypto that you want to talk about, and let's look at the charts right now. Let's get into it. Let's get it off right now. The wrap one is the heart. That's my, you know what? That's really kind of everybody's favorite, and that was the original one that was done for me by a friend of mine, and we'll get back to it. I just want to do something a little different for a little while. You know what I mean? Oh, I know. It's horrible. It's bad. It's bad. It's really bad. Somebody asked earlier, do I know anything about Neko? I have no idea what's going on with Neko. I did reach out to Shaka to see about, sponsoring the channel one more time, doing something like that, and have not heard back from him. I mean, I didn't get ghosted, but he's got plenty of shit to do. He never responded. So I don't know. Cyto. Matter of fact, Cyto has been ripping for the last couple days. It had a pretty nice run. Now, the way that it broke out, let's pull this up here. You guys, Jesus Christ, man. It was, here we go. All right, look at this. This is Cyto over the last couple days. And Manny the Hitman has been talking a lot of shit about some big potential deals, some potential things that might be happening over here. So it is entirely possible that this rally continues. Now, the most likely scenario and the most likely play out of this, as you can see from this little congestion sort of area right here, is a retrace back down into here as people have recognized enough profit. They're kind of feeling, that this is the cap on where it is for right now. So suspect the bounce could come. But here's the thing. If you're looking at it, one of the things about the RSI, and one of those, by the way, Thomas, I have a death metal version so far, and I have a metalcore version of it so far. So I assure you, it's coming. It's coming. People are going to be super annoyed with the death metal version, but I'm going to be bang my head to it. So anyway, this is the 4 hour. So taking a look at Cyto, you can see this right here to this right here. And then you can see down here, the same thing is playing out. But what you're seeing is you're seeing existing buyers continue to buy to push the price up, but no new buyers are stepping in. That's basically what it means when you see that bullish or bearish divergence. So what it looks like right now is that current investors are trying to hook people in by artificially pumping the price in order to bring it in line with, their expectation. And it's working so far, but this is a bearish divergence, meaning that the price is coming back down. Now, is that a guarantee? It's never a guarantee. This is just an estimate. So I would be watching for Cyto to have another deep sort of correction. But here's the other part. If you look at it from this context, this is most likely going across here like this. You're checking out the top right now. Now, the top of the market for Saitama was 100x from where it is right now. So I would be watching. First of all, it's going to have to break out. It has to break out and start to mint a new high. Otherwise, it's going to be irrelevant. It's going to come back down from this little stratosphere. Again, everything about this says that the chart's being manipulated. So if that's the case, then it will come back down. Now, by the way, the last time you saw that divergence like that was right here to here. From here to here. And what happened? It came all the way back down to where it started and below. So, recognize a signal when you see a signal. So, and you never know. You never know what's going to happen, but that's what it looks like right now. So Rakoff meme is a lot harder to find, but Rakoff humping today. Roddy was pumping today. Terra was kind of sideways, but these other ones were having a nice little pump. But while we're at that, let's go talk about Saitama on Sol while we're at it. We're going to skip forward. Now, you can see here, price action coming down. Okay, so here's the deal for those of you that don't know what's going on with Saitama on Sol. So, and I posted this right here, and you might notice that we're making jokes about somebody named Prince all the time. Well, so I said, it doesn't matter who you vote for in the upcoming election. But if you vote against crypto, then you're an asshole. And if you're an asshole, then Prince is the type of guy that will sniff you after he scratches you. Also, it does matter and vote Trump. And then I copied a couple people on it, Saitama, Soul, and Princess. Princess has now named herself Turkish Delight because, so here's what happened. There's a guy named Prince. And he was one of those guys that were in all of the spaces, and he was always talking, and he was always saying shit like, I am going to list on Gate.io for everyone. I don't know if he talks like that, but it sounds kind of, you know what I'm talking about. Don't get racist. Don't get racist. I can do that because I'm trying to be funny. Okay. So anyway, he's like, I will pay for everything. And it turns out he's what you call a grifting broke bitch. So here's what happens. It turns out that he had reached out and he had been asking a lot of different females, a lot of different people for money in order to invest for them and stuff like that. Basically, he was grifting people and stealing their money. So we're kind of joking about him, but also they knew what his wallet was and is. So he's been dumping on the chart while he's getting everybody's money. And it looks like he's run out of tokens from what I understand. It looks like he's run out of tokens. However, don't know for sure. Now, if that is the case, then you most probably are going to see a big time reversal because he had a lot of tokens. Now, it doesn't appear that he has a lot anymore. So here's what I would expect to see coming up pretty soon is a move back into the top of this previous range, which is also kind of a resistance level. So I would expect a move to around 3,700 coming pretty soon for Saitama, which would be about 80% lift from the range that it's on right now. It's still coming down. Again, I don't have confirmation this is all done, but there are new ranges. We've just back tested this area. And by the way, I feel confident about this. I feel confident about this because of the structure that we have right here. We had the breakout that came back up above. We had the notice and stuff like that. And then we came back down here. And I told you this trend line was right there. Well, guess what? We back tested that trend line. And now we're just kind of ranging sideways. And that's going to be before what I think is going to be a move to like 3.7 cents. And then from there, we'll see what happens after that. But that's what it would look like. He also gave back 653,000 tokens. There we go. So that's that's what's happening. And goddamn, please, for VP of the United States. I don't want to take that. I don't want to take that kind of pay cut. I don't want to do work. Like, I don't want to work. Like, fuck that. But also, Don, I'm not JD Vance, man. I won't stand like, what is that standing thing that JD Vance is doing? Like, is there something wrong with him? I saw this. I've been blocking, by the way, I've been blocking a shitload of people here. But there's some liberal crazy out here called Amy Lynn, and she posted a picture of JD Vance standing. What? Who stands like that? It's just something wrong here. Something wrong here. This dude right here is having a corn cob move. Like he's got a corn cob somewhere where it shouldn't be, and he's trying to carry it across this concrete to safely put it somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a little bit weird how he's standing right there. And by the way, don't not vote for him because of the way he's standing. That's some stupid shit that I would do. So anyway, let's get into it. We got to move on here. Oh, and by the way, true story. Where's Snake Jew? Snake Jew, are you in here? God damn it. Okay, so oh my God, just snaked you. This is great. This is great. Okay, so oh my God, just staked you. If you guys didn't know, there is a new thing on Twitter right now. And you can check like the quality of somebody or something like that, right? There we go. Have I ever closed my eyes and just done it when your YouTube channel view? No. So Ansem, for example, if you hit Ansem over here, it says more about this account. Let's pull this up on the screen. Ansem, and you hit more about this account. And then Grok will tell you a little bit about him. Says, is a Twitter user known for his humorous and often controversial tweet, which frequently involves playful banter and personal anecdotes. They are not afraid to engage in lighthearted spats or make bold claims about their future success, all while maintaining a playful and often sarcastic tone. J-Chains. Let's look at J-Chains. What is up with J-Chains? Because we're going to talk about J-Chains in just a moment, because he was the one that had, here we go, appears to be an individual with a keen interest in cryptocurrency, blah, 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 blah. They also seem to have a strong opinion on dietary choices, advocating for a clean and fresh food lifestyle, and are supportive of staying focused and true to one's goals in the face of external discouragement. And there's just all kinds of different stuff. Like it does like a little background search for you. And while we're on it, it's been brought to my attention from J-Chains that real Donald Trump, Kamala Harris, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. are debating on stage at the Bitcoin conference, and Elon Musk is the moderator and referee. So that's what appears to be happening at the new Bitcoin conference that starts tomorrow. So will that be the case or will that not be the case? Well, first of all, it is my opinion that Kamala is going to have to do something to grab some votes. Now, you might have seen a few polls coming out recently that suddenly see a big spike and a big surge in Kamala Harris favorability. I don't know that those are real. So let's just consider this. Donald Trump has been the prohibitive favorite to this point, but it's been fairly close because it's going to be close no matter what. The fact that Kamala Harris is being propped up and being put into this position is different in that it's no longer Joe Biden. You can't use the age thing. Now Donald Trump is the oldest person in the history of America to ever try to become president. He is the oldest nominee of all time. So all of those arguments that people have been having in the Republican Party about, oh my God, Joe Biden is too old to serve. Well, Donald Trump is too. You know what I mean? So let's just hope that he's got 4 years in him, and let's just hope that he stays pro crypto. That's the part that's going to matter, right? However, so if the Republicans want the election, all they have to do is tell Donald Trump, stop attacking people that don't matter. Continue to attack Kamala Harris. She's one of those people that matter. But people that don't matter, like don't diminish people and stuff like that. Like start to bring people in. Like here's the thing. I need crypto to be a mass adopted. So I would appreciate it if y'all shut up about some of that wild stuff. And let's get new people into the party. Let's get new people into the voting block. Let's get new people voting for Donald Trump and not Kamala Harris. So anyway, that spike is up right now. She's leading in a few polls that won't last. The shine will wear off pretty soon. And let's spread it. All right, we reposted it. So let's move on here. Let's get into the news right now and figure out how the day is going. All right, so we got Bitcoin. We got Bitcoin Conference 2024. Kamala Harris is reportedly in discussions to join. And by the way, David Bailey himself, who's the leader of the conference, has said that yes, he is doing this. He's the guy, the CEO of Bitcoin Magazine. If you follow me on Twitter, then you've seen me in a couple of different debates with him and a couple of other people a while back. We were doing these shows every week with David Bailey and Bitcoin Magazine for a while. And boy, does he talk a lot. Woohoo, boy, does he talk a lot. The conference set to take place in Nashville is anticipated to be a blockbuster event. David Bailey announced the potential addition via X. We're in talks with the Kamala Harris campaign for her to speak at the conference. Would be very savvy of her to reset the Democrat positioning of the fastest growing voter bloc in the country. They're making up their minds today. The potential participation of Harris has elicited mixed reactions from prominent figures in the crypto space. Tyler Winklevoss, founder of the crypto exchange Gemini, expressed skepticism, saying talk is cheap. She would need to start immediately firing Gary Gensler, withdrawing all SEC enforcement action against good actors, and ending Operation Choke Point. Now, by the way, I want to tell you, and look, I don't have any other way to say it other than offensive, because that's what I do. Tyler Winklevoss is a cuck. Okay, he's a Republican cuck. It doesn't matter what a Democrat does. He's going to find a reason to cry, moan, and bitch about it. And the reason that he's going to do that is at the end of this, he's right in some context. And in the context of mass adoption and acceptance, here's what he says. Talk is cheap. That's all Donald Trump has done so far is talk. So is talk cheap? You gave him $1 million. So is talk cheap? Because he hasn't done anything pro crypto. Now, she would need to start immediately firing Gary Gensler. Okay, fair enough, but let's also point out this. Gary Gensler approved a Bitcoin ETF and an Ethereum ETF. So it would be me positing that despite your blah, 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 that the Democratic Party is the one who's actually done something positive in pro crypto in approving Bitcoin and Ethereum ETF. So are they attacking people? Yeah, they are. They really are. They attacked Binance and put CZ Binance in prison because he did what they said he did. That doesn't mean that that doesn't mean that he's not overdoing it, but they closed the Ethereum investigation. They've lost quite a few cases, and I'm not defending the SEC. I think the SEC is a piece of shit. So, but at the end of this, he's attaching Gary Gensler as the Democratic Party. So then it would be fair to say that Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs are because of Democrats. See how this argument is really silly? And then Operation Choke Point 2.0. Now, here's the thing that actually did exist in some context. So we should acknowledge that. And why does that exist? Because you want the freedom to avoid taxes, and they want the freedom to have you pay taxes. That really is what it came down to. There's no secret to it. And the reason, by the way, that Gary Gensler is out here suing all these different companies is because they're using staking as one of their models, and that is an expectation of profit in the course of bundling up an asset for resale in that fashion, and then using a third party mechanism in which to do that. That is exactly what people were doing. And you have 100 Ethereum, you want 105 Ethereum, well, just stake it for a little while and it'll become 105 Ethereum. So people are looking at a profit margin. That's really what's going on here, right? So they're attacking staking. They attacked Coinbase over staking. Coinbase had wild ass arguments, but it was over staking. The only place where they weren't really attacking over staking was XRP, and XRP already admitted that they did exactly what they were accused of doing. So just wild times here. So Democrats have been Tyler Winklevoss anyway. Like I said, talk is cheap. Okay, I mean, again, I'm voting for Donald Trump, but also I can still be honest with people. Like, I don't have to say dumb shit like the election were stolen or any of that kind of ignorant stuff. So this is one of those moves where Democrats might be, God damn it. Anyway, tune in to the Bitcoin conference and let's see what happens. Ram Ahwalia, CEO of Lumina Wealth, commented on the shifting political landscape, saying that the Overton window has moved. Candidate Harris is speaking at the Bitcoin conference. Will the admin terminate Chair Gensler? Isn't that the only action that counts? Two presidential candidates are competing to win the affection of crypto natives at the Bitcoin conference. Both flip-flopped in the pursuit of political expediency. Now, doesn't take much for you to go back and pull up Donald Trump putting out tweets, not just in 2010, but recently, that Bitcoin is a threat to the US dollar and that he does not support it. So if Donald Trump can come in and start to steal away a voter's block with some bullshit, why can't she? I mean, I guess. Wayne Vaughn added a critical perspective, asserting Democrats spent 4 years trying to destroy Bitcoin. No, they didn't. They approved an ETF, dum-dum. Kamala Harris only wants to speak at the Bitcoin conference because she's desperate to avoid losing this election. That's exactly why Donald Trump said the same thing, dum-dum. Do you see how disingenuous these people? And look, by the way, if you like Donald Trump, continue liking Donald Trump. I don't give a shit what you like. If you like Kamala Harris, continue to like Kamala Harris. I don't give a shit what you like. If you like RFK Jr., ew, you like worms. You like worms, gross. But I mean, like who you want. I don't give a shit. But at least be honest. Donald Trump did it for the same reason that Wayne Vaughn is now saying the only reason that she's doing it. I mean, Donald Trump has been pro-crypto he's been pro-crypto for, guys, almost, a month? So it's just stupid. Democrats want some of that sweet money raised by pro-crypto super PACs. Don't be fooled. Vote them out. Duh. You're describing Donald Trump without trying to, right? That is the way that it is. David Gottstein is absolutely bonkers, by the way. Like I do not follow him. I never followed him to begin with. But man, it is absolutely look, I appreciate everybody who's genuine. I appreciate everybody who is genuine. And if you lie and try to deceive people, that's not genuine. I hope that all of you in your life can be genuine. I will genuinely tell you that I don't like Donald Trump, but I am voting for Donald Trump because I am a single issue voter this time around. It is all about cryptocurrency. I will tell you I voted for Joe Biden in 2020. I will tell you I voted for Donald Trump in 2016. I don't really have a cult that I follow. I don't watch CNN. I don't watch Fox News. I don't watch MSNBC. I don't watch any of this shit. David Gockstein says, it's hilarious that Harris is speaking at the Bitcoin conference. Is it as hilarious as Trump doing it? What's she going to talk about? Crypto, bro. How she and the Biden administration did everything they could to kill Bitcoin and crypto. Bitcoin ETF dum-dum, ETH ETF dum-dum. They didn't try to kill it. They tried to stop staking because it is a security. Do you see what I'm saying? And by the way, again, the SEC is not without problems. They absolutely overreached in their interpretation. I'm not saying that they didn't, but at the same time, remember what we're dealing with. This is, well, she's blah, 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 because a month earlier, Donald Trump said that he liked crypto all of a sudden. Get the fuck out of here. This news follows a recent revelation by entrepreneur Mark Cuban. He mentioned that Harris's team had reached out to him with questions about cryptocurrency. I'm getting multiple questions from her camp about crypto, so I take that as a good sign. The feedback I'm getting, but certainly not confirmed by the VP, is that she will be far more open to business, crypto, and government as a service. The news that Kamala Harris could also join the Bitcoin conference comes after Donald Trump made huge waves with his pro-Bitcoin and pro-crypto statement in recent weeks. I'm sorry, did it just say in recent weeks? I thought Donald Trump was the pro-crypto candidate forever. Oh, it's only been a few weeks. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, guys, at least we have to be honest. I'm still voting for Donald Trump because I think he's going to be better for everything than Kamala Harris and Democrats. But I don't like him. I don't respect him. Bitcoin. Trump is rumored to announce Bitcoin as a strategic reserve asset for the United States during his keynote on the last conference day. And by the way, I don't think that the Democrats would ever do something like that. I don't think that that's in line with what they would like to see. And you know, it would be fascinating if they said something like that. It'd be fucking bonkers. But I don't think that that's going to happen. And if it were, you know, whatever, could be something that's real interesting. But you know what I mean. David Roll says Trump shit on crypto for years. Now his Mr. Crypto. That's exactly right. And look, the thing is, what we do have to realize is things are way more expensive under Democrats than they were under Republicans. Now you can attribute that to a bunch of different factors. Okay. You could attribute to a number of different things. You could say COVID mostly, but at the end of the day, it is my opinion that the Democratic Party owed us some cheap shit for a while. They gave a bunch of money out to people who may or may not have deserved it, may or may not have needed it. I got 2 loans forgiven for ridiculous amounts of money through the PPP, right? To cover payroll for my business that I was the vice president for years. I mean, like, for 2 years, I got money from the government to pay payroll. I didn't, and did we need it? I mean, yeah, but not because it was not because of that. It was because it was good and available. You know what I mean? To everybody. And then they sent me a couple of checks at home. Like what the fuck? You know what I mean? It was a wild time, right? Well, that caused all the businesses to raise their prices. So people don't have money right now. It's just expensive. It's more expensive right now under Democrats than it was under Republicans. I mean, you can, and you can't, you can argue it and you can come up with reasons why, but at the end of the day, it's still a certainty that things are far more expensive. Right. Matter of fact, my gas prices were $3.20 a couple days ago. It's $4.29 today. Do you know why? Because the power went out for one day, and you're getting price gouged. But somebody else said, "Hey, my gas price is like $3.50 in whatever town they're in like Florida or something like that," but it was like $2.89 a week before or something like that. You know, we had this hurricane storm, crazy shit that happened across the country for a little while. Whatever. You know what So prices are more expensive. Things are, but it was not that way under Donald Trump. You can still argue it, but I mean, I think gas was $1.89 the day he left office. And if not, it was somewhere in that neighborhood, maybe 220, something like that. But that's a lot different. That's a lot more money in your pocket under Republicans than under Democrats. And that's what you can say here. If you're looking to make a choice under Republicans, your taxes are lower and prices are lower. Under Democrats, your taxes are higher and prices are higher. That's really been a testament to the way things have worked for a while now. Is it coincidence? Maybe, but it is true. So let's move on. So I hope that, by the way, this is getting things, there's a possibility here that this is going to create an absolute explosion. I think this is going to cause an explosion in this market, by the way. Not letting container ships to unload in California didn't help. Shutting down pipelines didn't help. Dems kind of made stuff like and that's exactly right. I mean, and by the way, not letting container ships to unload in California, I'm pretty sure that was strikes. That people were refusing to do that because they were on strike because they wanted higher wages. I don't think it was Democrats preventing people, but same thing. I mean, it was still happening under the Democratic watch. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's still, USA will not survival of more Democratic policy. Yes, they will. The United States is going to survive. But here's the thing. The people who are grifters like Benny Johnson and Laura Loomer, God damn it, Laura Loomer. Have you seen her face? What the? By the way, I blocked all these people recently. But Benny Johnson, grifter. Laura Loomer, grifter. Kyle Rittenhouse, just a misguided kid who wanted to protect I don't know. I don't understand why people hate this kid so much. He was doing what he thought was right to protect himself and people around from people who were trying to do shit they shouldn't have been out doing to begin with. So a little weird sort of thing. But there's a bunch of people out here just grifting. Roger Stone, grifter. These are all grifters. And by the way, the grift for some of them will continue. But for a lot of people, they're going to wake up when the money is better. Here's the thing. When the economy improves, nobody's going to give a shit. Well, actually, the right wing is really good at grifting people. So what they're going to do is they're going to go back to pedophiles. They're going to go back to all this different weird shit that they like to talk about, right? So, and John Donnie is right. Trump even said that Bitcoin was a threat to the dollar. So, things, but here's the thing, things will change. And one of the important things that you should point out, or at least we should be honest about, is this. Donald Trump is willing to listen to his voting bloc, and he is willing to change what he believes in order to support his voting bloc. Donald Trump believes that it's a right of a woman to decide. However, his voting bloc disagrees. So what does Donald Trump do? He stacks the Supreme Court with people who will overturn Roe versus Wade. Very simple. He saw his voting bloc. He took his opinion out of the equation and he gave people what they wanted. He gave the people who vote for him what they wanted. And what he does is he continues to give these people what they want. And that means something. And that's why they're a cult at this point, because he gives them what they want. Yes, believe more Democrat policy to home of Chicago. You like how their fund made to you city. I don't even understand. I know it's cool to cry about Chicago. I'm in Chicago all the time. I'm not dodging bullets. Not very many people are. You're talking about shitty neighborhoods, and every state has shitty neighborhoods. Now, I don't agree with their voter. I don't agree with the gun restrictions. I don't agree with a lot of different things that they did that they do. But also, by the way, weed's legal here. So, is it legal in your state? So it's not going to destroy anything. It's not going to do anything. I don't. That's exactly right. That is exactly right. Best I'm dodging is pizza. By the way, for my birthday, I had a deep dish pizza. It's the grossest goddamn thing. I swear to God, I'll never. I think I'm done with pizza forever. I think I'm done. I think I'm done with pizza forever. You know what Chicago mean to Italian? It means translation, I shit here. I mean, that could be. It's legal in Arizona. There you go. If he wins, he will say it again. No, he won't. No, this is different. This is different. Donald Trump will support this because he sees this as, look, This is about business and jobs coming back to America. Everybody should be into this. We should not be anti-crypto at this point. We should not be anything but pro-crypto, pro bringing jobs back to America, pro-business. We want to control crypto and Bitcoin. You know what I mean? Pepperonis on top of cheese or under it. My preference is under. I don't like it over. On the other hand, it depends kind of on the pizza. If it's on I've always liked it like in the middle, but and also, by the way, at this point in my life, fuck pepperoni. Like fuck pepperoni. If you want a good pizza, then just get like I call it a big wig, but it's just get a supreme pizza and put everything on the inside, put a sauce on it, thin crust, because the heavy crust is just too much. Like, Jesus Christ. And then put some cheese on top of it, and then bring that shit out when it's warmed up and ready to go. You know what I mean? I prefer at this point, I did have a deep dish. Yes. Actually, I had a stuffed pizza, but I don't. My son, prosciutto, yes. My son likes ricotta. And to be fair, like ricotta is just like cheddar cheese. It's just like mozzarella cheese busted a nut on your pizza. Like, it's gross. Like, it's just runny, and fuck ricotta cheese. I'm a one issue voter those times too. Exactly right. That's exactly right. We can like a bunch of different things, but it's all about what's good for crypto. Let's get into some crypto news stuff. We've been talking about this shit for way too long. So Elon Musk, by the way, is just said, for anybody who believed it, he denies report he will donate $45 million a month to Trump super PAC. So Benny Johnson lied to you again. Laura Looney lied to you again. Tim Pool lied to you again, because they're grifters and they're liars, and they grift and they lie. That's what they do. Elon Musk said none of this was true, that he was not planning large donations, but he did say he was going to do a much smaller amount as a one-time donation to a super PAC, and it's called the America PAC. Now, what I have done is that I've created a PAC or a super PAC or whatever you want to call it. It's called the America PAC. He's going to put money into that, and it's not $45 million. He says not even close to that. So, basically, you were lied to again by the people you are constantly lied to, but it's real. Anyway, Citibank anticipates $5.4 billion Ethereum ETF inflows in 6 months. Analysts see ETH reaching an all-time high. Now, when will that all-time high come into play? Well, the answer is, I don't fucking know, but it should be pretty soon. Now, Bitwise chief investment officer Matt Hougan has stated that while the U.S. spot Ethereum ETFs will have a rough start, they did not. It could have a bigger impact on the asset price than Bitcoin ETFs did for Bitcoin. While he stated that the first few weeks could be choppy due to money flowing out of the $11 billion Grayscale Ethereum Trust, which it did after it converts to an ETF by the year end, he is confident that the new high will be in. Now, this, by the way, did happen. $400 million came out of Grayscale yesterday, while something like $107 million came in to the overall ETF. In fact, James Seifert and Eric Balkunas, they're pretty good about bringing the data. And he said, or they said, that the number of inflows, 107 million, this is what it looked like yesterday, which is just phenomenally crazy here. ETH-E, that ETH-E, that is the Ethereum, that's the Grayscale. ETH-A is BlackRock. FETH is Fidelity. This is ARC-21. So 206 million coming in, 204 million. So that overset all of the volume concerns. So 107 million in inflows on Ethereum on the first day. So that is actually a roaring success. So yeah, this is going to be a big deal. And by the way, Bitwise said that the money flowing into the new ETH spot ETF will have a larger impact than it did for Bitcoin for 3 structural reasons. Short-term inflation rate is 0, which is Ethereum. It's when Bitcoin version launched, the network inflation rate was 1.7. So there's significant demand meeting 0 supply. Unlike Bitcoin miners, Ethereum stakers don't have to sell, and 28% of ETH is staked and therefore off the market. Ether spot ETFs are expected to garner 15 billion in inflows in the first 18 months. This is going to be a huge, huge, huge opportunity. And what will this do realistically for L2s? Nothing. It will help the pairing of everything paired to Ethereum cryptos. So, it basically, the more, when you have something paired to a coin, then your Ethereum pairing. So for example, all of the tokens that we talk about all the time, like Daddy, which is trading up above $1, it's up 60% on the day, by the way, but and MSI is up 20%. Xverse is up 17%. All the things that are wrapped with Ethereum will get a bonus because Ethereum pumps. That's what will end up happening. So just watch out for it broadly. Now, the other thing is, while Hogan is optimistic about Ethereum reaching 5,000 and beyond by the year's end, future traders are betting on a near-term decline in Ethereum's prices. The reason for that is that the SEC's position on not allowing staking Ether within ETFs poses a potential headwind for adoption. So there you have it. Historically, approvals reportedly rely on the jurisdictional hook of futures trading, which according to CNBC, Ethereum and Bitcoin lack. But that doesn't mean that it won't happen. Again, this is all coming back down to a change in the administration. When the administration changes, things are going to change dramatically. But let's move on. Leading asset manager CSOP says Bitcoin is going to hit 100,000 very soon. CEO Ding Chen says Bitcoin can hit 100K very soon amid Donald Trump's pro-crypto stance. And guys, remember, the 25th through the 27th is the Bitcoin conference. And generally speaking, when we hit these Bitcoin conferences, we tend to see dumps. But they're talking right now about thinking maybe this is going to change and that the dynamic is going to change. CSOP Asset Management in the latest Tiger Money podcast with Bloomberg Intelligence talked about launching the Asia Pacific region's first inverse crypto ETF, also discussed the burgeoning crypto ETF market, and they announced that they believe that 100K is going to happen much faster because of Donald Trump's pro-crypto strategy, and that you might see some action start the 25th to the 27th as this conference is taking place. That this is going to be not for us. This is not for us. This is going to be for the common person. So if that happens, then we could see just an incredible move by Ethereum and Bitcoin over the next couple days. So be watching for something like that to happen and to happen fairly soon. Now, the question for you today would be, well, if everything's going good, why is Bitcoin's price down right now? Like, what is going on? And the answer to that is very simple. Mt. Gox, Kraken announced that it had started the repayment of all creditors after it received 48,641 Bitcoin from the Mt. Gox Rehabilitation Trustee. And Kraken says they've already disbursed most of it. The bankrupt exchange will distribute 140,000 Bitcoin to creditors, sparking major concerns for asset holders. So now, what happened? Well, the market is the market. So these people now have their Bitcoin and they get to decide what is going to happen. So for the next couple of days, we're probably going to see a little bit of sideways chop. Bitcoin is up about 1.5% on the day because, we got this and all of a sudden nobody seems to be selling. So if nobody is selling, then that's not really a bad thing. The only people selling were the people speculating that other people were going to be selling. So, So I think we're going to be fine overall. Now, Ferrari also has expanded its coverage here in crypto payments, and it's launching now. Crypto payments will be accepted in Europe. So you can now buy a Ferrari with Bitcoin, with Ethereum, and a couple other cryptos. I don't have the list in front of me, but the Italian firm extended it. You can buy it with Bitcoin and Ethereum for sure. Anything else, it's partnered with BitPay. So that means you can do Bitcoin, Ethereum, or USDC. So Ferrari partnered with BitPay as its cryptocurrency payment processor, accepting payments in Bitcoin, Ethereum, and USDC. So yeah, you can now buy a Ferrari fully with crypto. So now let's talk about Saitama. Again, 2110 right now is the price action. We had a back test on that previous move. Maybe, just maybe, this is the start of that return rally. We're finding a new floor right in this range here, It's going to have to spike here, by the way. This is serious shit here. If we don't find a spike in the price and we don't get back up here into another big move like that, you're going to see more sell-off. You're going to see more sell-off because people are not interested in down only price, especially on something that doesn't do futures trading. So we're going to have to see something positive happening here. And if we do, then, all bets are off. We'll probably have a nice little spike. Remember, there's plenty of stuff that's going on in the background. Just a matter of you got to work through what's that dirtbag name? Oh yeah, Prince. We got to work through a little dirtbag doing his little dirtbag stuff. And I mean, trying to bang all the Saitama hotties, I guess, or baddies. I don't remember what their name. Baddies. It was baddies. So other than that, sellers exhausted when we get that sellers exhausted portion, and then we get a move back up in here. Now the hard part is when we get to 3 or 30, like in this 3 cent range right now, there's going to be a strong resistance. There's going to be a strong resistance right here to 3. So we have to break through. It's going to have to be some have to be some hardcore breaking through. So we'll see whether or not it happens, and more to follow, I want to say. Now, in the meantime, monkey shit ain't monkey shitting around, because monkey shit is now spiking up. Remember, I told you this channel had kind of opened up a little bit. Last couple hours, it had started to move down. But guess what? We got a nice little serious spike in the last few hours. By the way, this thing has enormous trade volume. $5,000 buy, $4,000 buy, $5,000 buy. There's big buys that continue to come in here. There's new buyers stepping in, and there's big sellers exiting. So this is really a lot of trade volume, a lot of positivity still going on with this. I'm still interested to see. By the way, in case you guys didn't notice, I'm wearing my Volt shirt today so I can talk shit about Volt, right? And I'm not talking shit about Volt. What I'm saying is the MSI is probably going to match Volt in market cap. And if it does that, we'll take about a 3x from where it is right now. But I think that they can do that. And if they do that, then I don't know where it goes from there. I think it's just, that's just one of those goals. And not because they want to be bigger than Volt or better than Volt. At the end of the day, Pablo and I had a conversation about this. And I said, hey, man, do you have like any plans? He's like, bro, it's a meme coin. We're going to do meme coin stuff. And hopefully it's going to run like a meme coin. That's the important part. That's it. So, I don't have any preconceived notions about any wild and crazy stuff. So, and this thing is less than a month old at this point. So you never know what'll happen. But I would say, look, if you look at it top side, 60 million market cap, about an 8 or a 9x from here. I think everybody should be incredibly happy if you get, if you get this thing up into the 50 million market cap structure or something like that. You should be just flabbergasted at how awesome life is. You know what I mean? So, and if we see that, cool. But make sure that you're buying some monkey shit Inu if you haven't already. And Dev E, we still have. I'm waiting for an announcement from Dev E, and I keep feeling like any moment now, this whole thing is going to be lit up with some kind of special. I saw a few things that made me even more bullish than I already am with it. So most people are just kind of talking. We don't have any big, there's no big announcement right now. Just the last thing that we talked about was that deep dive the other day. Taunt, we've got the Taunt launch coming up very, very soon. So, and by the way, y'all remember Larry, my dude Larry from Certic? He's back, got a new company. He still lives in China, but I'm gonna be talking to him pretty soon. We're gonna do a conference call. Talk about how things have been going. If you remember, by the way, Larry Lundy was his name. And anybody who actually remembers, he was the Certic guy that was in Shibnobi when they announced they were launching a blockchain, and Shibnobi went to $1 billion market cap. He was the Certic auditor that was there. So interesting to see what would happen there. I don't know. So as far as Lunk goes, USTC is being considered, and by the way, it's got an approval of 100% right now to be used as a pairing with membrane. So that gives it a use case. Be fantastic to see that happen. And then we've got the 3.1.3 upgrade happening on Luna Classic. That means that with the Oracle pool is now going to be replenished, and that will mean that there's more money to spend on anything that needs to have money spent on it. It's a really good thing for Luna Classic across the board. So super excited about that. And then the rest of this, we're going to bring it to you through Trade Master Ninja. Guys, if you haven't already, you got to check out Trade Master Ninja. That is, by the way, let me go back here and look at it. TRDM. Here's Trade Master Ninja. It's been spiking and spiking and spiking and spiking and spiking. If I were to look at it from this other TRDM spot, trading at the same price, but TRDM right here, up about 3% on the day. The important thing that it continues to just work its way up this channel. I would like to see it break out, obviously, maybe test some of these previous highs to show that it can break out. But as of right now, it's kind of in this range right here. It's still got a little bit more to go into this 3 and 4 range if it can get there. Without, like, it's really kind of channeling a lot of upward momentum, as you can see here, without breaking upwards or anything like that. So, I guess you kind of look at it this way and see that it's breaking in this sort of pattern right now. And I mean, does that look like a breakout? I mean, because to me, that usually means that it's coming down. So, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know for sure whether it will or not, but you can see here, like, this is when you get that sort of expanding sort of thing, and then that upward momentum like this, that usually leads to a significant downside correction. So I don't know if that will or will not. That could just be part of the recovery process. So we'll see what happens there. But I would certainly be watching out for it. All of this is possible with Trade Master Ninja. I mean, guys, you just have to turn it on. High IQ indicator tells you when to buy, when to sell every single product here. And it will give you all of the information that you need. This is the 1 hour, by the way. Gave you an entry position over here at 65,852. Gave you an entry position over here. Like, look at this is how much you could make off of this if you just paid attention. Just get an idea here. It gave you 58,245. It said get in because it's about to go crazy, and it didn't give you an exit position until 64,280. Then it gave you another entry position at 65,832. Gave you a couple of different profit taking opportunities right there, and you're still up on your long if you just listen to it. And by the way, of course, if you're trading, you want to do it on the 30-minute ish. You can do however you want, but as you can see right here on the shorter time frames, plenty of wins, coming in. All you have to do, by the way, is set it here so that you know when that's happening. So that's it. Liquidation heat map shows that. Let's hit refresh one time, but it should show that we're probably going to get one more spike before a dump near the conference, Bitcoin conference. I would say that we're probably going to target in the range here, 67,600, probably a little sweep through there to grab whatever that is, and then come down to 65.2 as a big move. So we'll see how that goes, but that would be, if I'm guessing, then that's going to be the next big moves. So anyway, that's my time, guys. Thank you so much. Let's pay some bills here, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. What is going on, guys? You know, when I give it to you, it's important. Cryptonomy.finance just launched their own channel. This is a key financial sector for information every single day about what's going on in cryptocurrency and the broader markets. It's on Telegram, and it's Cryptonomy_community. Go check it out today. You know, staking is where it's at. There's panic in the market right now. Fear and greed index is down in the 20s right now, and you should know by this point it is a time to buy. So my first deposit right now, you guys know I'm bullish on it, API3. I really think API3 does a 100 to 300x in this next bull run. I just staked 4,000 API3. My reward on that, 2,892 API3. I think it's trading around $1.90 right now. So this is a big move for me. I think that this could produce some serious yield. Not to be outdone, you guys love Jasmy. I love Jasmy as well. I think it's going to be the biggest thing in blockchain for gaming at some point, maybe even integrated into Sony. 340,000 Jasmy right now. I just staked it for 9 months. And my reward on this, 244,516 Jasmine. I'm super excited about this one. I think it's going to be a big banger. But let's face it, the real money is made over here on the launch pool. Watercoin, Water, we talked about it already. It's already up 6x. They took a big profit on this already. Cookie, you remember Cookie trending on DEX tools, up 5x right now. Patoshi up 3x. Huge yields being rewarded. Cryptopia TOS was also 3x in the last round. Cryptonomy.finance knows what they're doing when it comes to these big launches. Make sure that you're contacting Cryptonomy.finance, and if you do, you can use their 24/7 support line as well. You can convert your collateral into whatever it is that you need, because they hold almost every crypto asset that you can possibly think of for staking and rewards. So sign up to Cryptonomy.finance today. Oh, and one more thing. In about a month, Cryptonomy is going to announce its own launchpad. It'll start launching its own. And guess what? You, as a customer and a VIA